Hey, good morning guys. I'm here with my beautiful Maybelle here, and as you can see I have some bunny ears on, so it is almost Easter. Now I ordered the most gorgeous dress from Cheryl Clayton, which I'm sure you will have all seen her products. I will pop the link below as always, but I know lots of you comment that you do have her items. And I think it's about time Maybelle got out of this slightly wintry outfit here. Now I'll pop it to this side. Now the dress is absolutely gorgeous. It's covered in little bunnies. So this is the dress. But there's also a little extra dress for a little extra somebody else. So as much as this is going to be Maybelle's getting dressed up for Easter, there is also going to be the other little dress we're going to try on. So they're both going to have a little play in their outfits. So we're going to go top down. I'm going to get her changed out of this one into her new one. I'm quite excited about this. Got a few bits and bobs out to match her up. And I do need to do some photographs. Although today the weather's gone a little bit grey, which I'm a bit disappointed about because I really did want to get some nice sort of spring looking pictures because the garden's got nice yellow flowers and things like that. But like I say, I might be able to do it. We'll see how that goes. But I am aiming to pop some photos on the ends. So fingers crossed there will be some there for you to see. So let's go top down and let's get Maybelle out of this winter outfit. So here is my beautiful Maybelle. As I say, she's in quite a wintry outfit with winter boots and all that sort of thing. And I've just not got around to changing her, but I thought this was the perfect time. Now, she has a little friend here as well because there's a little freebie extra dress. Thank you so much, Cheryl. But I just couldn't resist. She put this image on her Facebook and I just could not resist. Just look at those bunnies. Should we get it out of the packet? We can look at it properly then, can't we? Right, now this is a dress. I asked Cheryl sort of where the pattern came from and things like that in case you guys wanted to know any more information if you were sewers yourself. And the pattern is basically, I'll stop crinkling that a minute so you can't hear me properly. The pattern is basically Danny's beer girl dress. Now some of you may have seen that if you are a Smartdoll collector, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Not done in these colorways, but it is so cute. And then it was resized by somebody called Betty Albello. Apologies if I've pronounced that right. And then it has been modified again by Cheryl for our beautiful pair here. Now, as I mentioned, the name Cheryl Clayton, didn't I? But it is Bella's Doll Clothes if you're wanting to have a look. I don't know if she's popped a card in this time. She normally does, but the thing is, I've bought so many things, I suppose she thinks there's no need to drop a card in. But I will put a physical link down below so you can just click on it and see where her products are. So just look at that for our little tiny. How cute is that? These also fit if you've got them. You know the Debenhams Mini Cindy's on the Zodiac made one as well. These little dressers that fit the Midi Blythe also fit them if you're wanting to look for an outfit for those little dolls. So we have, obviously, we have a little label there. And it is beautiful. Even this size is so beautifully made. Oh, it's even sort of lined at the top and it's just gorgeous. So we will be popping that on our little girl here, and I thought it looked quite nice. We're sort of picking out the pink with her little bunny hat. I need to make some more of those as well because I'm going to be doing BlytheCon UK this year as a little stall, so I'm excited about that. So I've got lots of Blythe and Midi Blythe things to make. So we'll try that on her in a minute. So we'll pop her to one side because it's supposed to be all about my Maybelle here. Now let's see where we're going to go. This is a foxy hat that she's got, and I'm going to actually take her wig off as well because it's quite a tight wig, this one, but when you're putting clothes on they get a bit of a pain. So I've taken her wig off. And I think she looks super cute without a wig, actually. And let's get going. She's got gorgeous boots that I got from the Smartdoll Outpost and little socks. Well, they're very long socks, but I pushed them down as a scrunchy socks because I thought they look quite cute. Now, she does have some underwear on. There we go. Now these, I've had these for ages because I couldn't really find any apart from her underwear that had fit her. They're a little bit tight, but they are Smartdoll ones that I bought. I bought them from an Etsy page, and I just thought they were really cute rather than sort of, they've got a little bow on the back. They're cute. So we need to take your top off. I love that ratchety sound. She's the only one I have that does have the frame that does that, and I do actually quite like it. So we'll just pop that over there, keep you a little bit decent, and let's have a look at this dress. Just look at this pattern. This is so cute. so Eastery, so springy. Springy, is that a word? But I just thought it was absolutely lovely, and it's fitted, obviously. I mean, it's beautifully made. Look, got the elastic here, the fitting. I mean, that takes a bit of doing. I can do basic sewing, but I'm not too excited about doing it. So that is why I'm quite happy to buy from other people. So we have some little press studs, and as you can see, it is lined inside here, which is lovely. Even this little bit here is all lined. The stitching is so neat, so precise, so beautifully made, as always. I mean, I would recommend Cheryl's items, you know, forever, because I think her stuff is so nice. So we're going to be pushing my lady up there a minute, and we're going to pull the dress up so it comfortably goes over her bottom there. Let's turn her over. I'm going to keep that there because I don't like putting their faces down on things, so I will keep that there just to sort of cushion that, so I don't want any marks on her face. So our little press studs fasten. We have a little space here, so if we're wanting to pop the stand in, we can pop the stand in there without it altering the shape of the dress, because that's something to watch for. And we will turn it over, and you can see how it beautifully, now that is a bit of hair, that's not mine, that is off one of the other dolls. I'm doing a crochet pattern for one of the Blythes, and she's got hair that colour, and I've been brushing it out, and I've got hair everywhere now. So you can see how nicely it fits. Did I knock the camera then? I don't know. My head nearly hit it, so it's possible. I'll see when I redo it. So we can fasten that up there so the arms can come down. Let's take you back over, missus. I do hope the weather clears up so I can get some photos. And let me get the bow the right way around. Ta-da! I don't think that's perfect. What am I doing? I think I've done it wrong way up. It doesn't really matter for now, but there's a bow at the back there. So I just love how it fits. It fits so neatly. And the thing is, because there's a little bit of room, it wouldn't matter if you have the different size busts. I think that gives you quite a bit of leeway there. But I'm going to do it like that for now. I picked out some little pink stockings for her. Now, these are some that I made out of some socks, which is a really quick and simple way of making little doll stockings, especially if you use the rib at the top that was on the sock. They're so simple to make. So pop that one on there. It's also a cheap way of making little stockings for dolls. And pop that one all the way up just over her knees. That one didn't want to stay there. Where are we going? There you are. Now, obviously, because it's Easter, we need to make a sort of, we need a hat, don't we? I was tempted, in fact, let me just pinch this one over here. This one's been on my shitosi, because this is one I made a few years ago. I was tempted to do that one, but then I thought, well, maybe we should just have a sun hat sort of to match, and this picks out the tiny little bits of sort of green that are in there. So it's a sun hat I made, and we don't need that now. And I've also, can't make up my mind, I've got two little shrugs. I've got this little pink one, which I think would look nice, but then I've also got this one, which sort of then matches the hat. So eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You might have both on the photos. So we need to pop one of these on. I'll pop this pink fluffy one on. I like this one. This is one I did a while ago. You have to bend your arm back. I need to bend both your arms back for this one, don't I? It's the only thing, you've got to get the arms in place and in position before you actually pop the items on the dolls. Now, because this is a fluffy, I've got to just watch her fingers catching in it. Just looking at her fingers, they seem to have some marks on the ends. I don't know if she's rubbed on something when I've taken her out in a bag or something like that. I'm doing it again with this camera. Now, that's sort of cute. So we've got that fluffy sort of effect. I don't know. Should we do this one or this one? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Should we look what the other one looks like? I'll probably come back to the pink one, I think, because in my head it was the pink I was going to do. So I should do some strange exercises now. So over we go again. And let's see how this one fits. These are just basic little shrugs. I've got the pattern on here for this one that she's wearing now. So if you're wanting to make anything yourself, there is a pattern on there, and it is simple enough, and I would say a beginner could easily do it. It's just a bit of patience if you are a beginner. So pushing it all the way up, bring your arms round. Sounds like I'm sort of attacking her, doesn't it, with noise? Now, this shrug was actually made for our smaller girl, so it fits slightly different. I don't know, because that sort of does go with that, doesn't it? It's cute, even without a wig. But I sort of like the pink as well. Right, I'm going to leave this one on for a second, and I'm going to continue to pop her wig on, which could, to be honest, do with a good brush. But it takes a little bit of doing this one because she's got like individual curls. I like to sort of brush the individual curls. I don't just pull a hairbrush through it. And it's also a tighter wig than our other girls, because some of my others are much older Smartdolls, so that is why sometimes there's a difference with the wigs. So let's have a peep. Got a bit of fluff on you there, missus. What's that about? Let me just blow that. So I don't know, what do you think? Turquoise? I mean, I think I'll do a photo of both. Or the pink. See, the pink, she's got the pink stockings, hasn't she? So I'm sort of tempted to say the pink, but it was the dress we're supposed to be looking at anyway. And just look at that. How cute is that? I do have an underskirt somewhere, so I might pop that underneath before I do the photographs. But yeah, maybe that one. And maybe the pink one if I did the little bunny hat just for a bit of fun. So we could have a little fun bunny hat as well there. I think it might go for the sun hat though. I think the proportions work better on her for the sun hats. Now we'll give her hair a good brush before we do any photographs. But let me twist your arm round. There we go. But I think that is perfect. Pop these elbows back in. That's the only thing when you're popping the outfits on and off. So what do we think? I don't know. I sort of do like the turquoisey green, but then I sort of do like a bit of pink fluff. Like I said, this fits slightly different. It does show you how it does fit the pair. Obviously on the classic, it comes round the doll a lot more. Same for both of them, but they've got a bit of stretch. So if you were wanting to make one, you could add a little bit on if you wanted to. Just a couple of extra sort of chains to make it a little bit longer, something like that. So that's my Maybelle looking absolutely gorgeous in this dress from Cheryl. And like I said, I just can't fault the quality. The work is absolutely gorgeous. So we'll pop you over there, missus, because we will get you tidied up and get some photographs taken. And let's bring Tiny in here. Just look at her. Now, she also has one of Cheryl's other dresses on. This is why I know that they actually fit. So we'll Velcro it off. And we'll pop her a new dress on. To be honest, there's quite a few of them I need to redress at the moment because they're either sat in winter clothes or, you know, something that's perhaps not right for the weather. But it's always with them, you never get round to doing it. I suddenly look and I think, oh, she's got a Christmas hat still on and it's like July or something like that. So there you go. So you can see how these fit on our little midi Blythes as well. So I'm going to take some photos of her as well because I think that is super cute. Again, quality just as perfect as with the big dress. So those are both my girls now dressed up, and it's time to get some hair brushing, some few details. In fact, she's not got any shoes on, have I? I did find some shoes out, but I don't know where the bows have gone. Look at these. These are cute. These were just an AliExpress shoe, but they are cute. We'll see how they fit anyway with the socks. But they did have little bows on, but I don't know. They've dropped off and I've lost them somewhere. Actually, they look quite nice. What do we think? I think they look all right, don't they? In fact, I think I might leave them on. Depending on how the photo is, I will avoid sort of that top bit where it is missing. I'm sure, I can't remember what they were. I think they were just a little fabric bow that was stuck on them. And I think I paid all of sort of, I don't know, I think it was £12, something like that for them. So, you know, they are only cheap little shoes. So, hair brushed, tidied up, photos taken, and hopefully I'll get them on the end. There is actually a little bit of sun out there now, so fingers crossed it'll get sorted. So thank you so much for joining me. I think Maybelle looks super cute in one of Cheryl's dresses, and if you do want any of Cheryl's things, as I said, there will be a link below. But if you enjoy the channel, please like, subscribe and share, and I will see you all very soon in another video. Bye bye for now.